You're not a butterfly. Please don't go in a cocoon as a caterpillar and expect to come out looking all fresh to death. You can do this in public. It does not have to be, oh, real G's moving silence. I'm grinding at night. I don't sleep. No, this is not the time for that, okay? If you're actually building a career journey that is sustainable and that won't be volatile on your well-being and health as a human, then you have to bring other people along, and you can't pretend like all you need is you. That don't work here, okay? Hey y'all, welcome back to Corporate Cousin. My name is Taylor, and this channel is dedicated to helping melanated millennials navigate corporate spaces. Today, we are finishing up the 4-part series that I started to really break down the corporate career guide that I shared in the GARDHOUSE care package for college students. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, then start at square one, where we talked about knowing thy values, which is all a part of knowing thyself. This video is really going to focus on how do you actually build thy experience and skills, which is the top part of that framework. I'm telling you, y'all, I'm gonna make the pyramid challenge a thing. Again, if you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch the other videos. I'm also gonna link that career guide down in the description box below, so you can look through that and the rest of the whole PDF. It's downloadable, it's free. Share it with a college student that you know, and let us get into building thy skills and experience. We're gonna do it.
Okay, all right, let's go. Let's go, Barbie, let's go, Barbie.
That's weird. So what? I'm weird. So if you've already checked out the guide, then you know the reason this is the top of the pyramid and not the bottom. A lot of people are probably like, how am I building skills and experience last for my career journey? Why am I doing all that other stuff before I get to this? The real reason is, once you know your values, you know your strengths, and you start to build your network, it really means that this section of skills and experience that you're working on now can be way more fine-tuned, and you can really hone in on what those things are, rather than just, again, taking shots in the dark and being really scattered and all over the place. Because time is valuable, and we really want to invest our time in the right areas. And the only way to know if you're doing that is to actually do the work before you get to just doing a bunch of things that are not actually helping you build or grow in the direction that you want to go in with your career. Again, I've told y'all in videos in the past that people's paths are not linear, right? They want it to look real straight, and oftentimes there's a whole lot of this going on, and that's fine. But the way that we can help this all still be related to the same end goal is to really do the first 3 steps to this process. So hopefully you've done those, and now if you have, that's gonna make the skills and experience piece so much easier. Once you know your values, you know your strengths, and you started to build your network, you really can start to focus on building a diverse skill set. But it will all be geared on something you probably figured out in one of the first 3 steps, which is this ideal career or life that you want that actually aligns with your purpose, your passion, and your destiny, right? So now we're gonna get into the 3 keys you actually need to build those skills and that experience successfully. Number 1, experience does not just mean work experience. I've said this in videos of the past, and I will probably keep saying it, but all experience matters. That means community service, that means stuff you did in college. If you're still in college, that means things you're doing right now, clubs, nonprofits, orgs that you're joining, whether they're fraternities, sororities, councils, like student council, president, or student government, whatever it is that you're involved in, all of that counts as experience. It's not just, oh, I worked for PepsiCo or I worked for Twitter. Those are not the only types of experience. And if you're only looking at getting this set of skills that you decided you need in those places, then you're doing it wrong. Yes, you can get a lot of skills in those places. And yes, formal jobs and paid internships and all that stuff are great and lovely when you can get them and if you can get them. But that's not the only place you should be looking to build the skills. And that goes for non-college students too. A lot of people who are already in industry and want to develop new skills are like, oh, do I have to go back to school right now? Is it time for me to go get an MBA? Do I have to go do this? And maybe, but also maybe not. There are so many certificate programs and ways to get involved in the community, and even abilities to consult with or volunteer for other organizations trying to solve problems, paid or for free, that you want to get involved in, that you can do once you're already working full-time, either in your evenings or on the weekends, to help build some new skills that you're trying to get. Also, like Khan Academy, YouTube, right? There's so many places where you can build skills and learn new things other than just quitting your job or getting another job, or getting an internship. So don't just look at work experience as the way to build these skills and to get this experience, okay? That's key number one. Key number two is all about actually making this possible by setting goals. In the guide, I suggest using SMART goals because they help you and they help me structure things in a way that actually makes them attainable. So SMART goals are specific, measurable, achievable, that's the A, realistic, and they are time bound, okay? That means that you actually have a date when it's gotta be done. This is important because otherwise you could just lollygag forever, and that's not, I mean, maybe you wouldn't do that, but I have certainly done it. If I don't give myself real parameters for actually doing the stuff, getting the skills, I've been learning Spanish, y'all. I don't even want to tell you how many years. So if you have another way to set your goals, then do what works for you, but set goals around actually getting these skills done and attaining them, rather than just saying, oh yeah, I know I need the skill of QuickBooks. You could say, I just need to learn it one day, or you could say, I need to do 3 hours of study on QuickBooks a month over the next 6 months, and then take a certification on QuickBooks, I don't know, efficiency, to be able to prove that I now know this skill, or I now have this skill. You can hold yourself to that a lot easier than you can to anything else. So set SMART goals to actually get these skills under your belt and to actually achieve and build them, okay? That's number two. Number three is all about leveraging your resources. So there are a lot of ways that you can leverage resources to actually build skills and experience. And one way I think so many people don't think of is actually just telling people you're trying to get skills and experience in something. Other people are a great resource. And again, if you followed the framework, then you would know that your network is a big part of your resources, right? And if you've built the proper network, then they are a great resource to help you as you try to build these skills and experience. But you don't know until you say, hey, I'm trying to build this skill. I really want to get experience in this. And again, that goes for people who are not just in college. Telling your manager or a peer or someone even at another company that you're trying to learn something, there might be a side project that they have going on. If I knew somebody right now who was trying to get into video editing, guess what? I'd be like, hey, I got something for you, you know? And I'm not saying, yes, do everybody's grunt work that they don't want to do, but if it's a skill you want to learn how to do, like graphic design, there's so many nonprofits who would want your help designing flyers or things like that, that you could get some practice and build some skills and be helping other people. So the third key is really about taking full advantage of all the resources you have at your disposal and not feeling like building a skill and getting experience has to weigh only on your shoulders. People want to help you, people can help you, and there are things out there designed to help you. So make sure you're taking full advantage of all that is out there at your disposal, and not just thinking that you have to go in a closet and stay there for 2 months and come out with this new ability or skill. You're not a butterfly. Please don't go in a cocoon as a caterpillar and expect to come out looking all fresh to death 6 to 8 weeks later. Is that how long it takes to become a butterfly? I don't know, but you're not going through metamorphosis, okay? You can do this in public. It does not have to be, oh, real G's move in silence. I'm grinding at night. I don't sleep. Hustle gang. No, this is not the time for that, okay? If you're actually building a career journey that is sustainable and that won't be volatile on your well-being and health as a human, then you have to bring other people along, and you can't pretend like all you need is you, all me, by myself. That don't work here, okay? So get some experience that's not just work experience. use some SMART goals or set goals that are specific in whatever framework you want to actually hold yourself to getting these skills and to set some timelines. And then just leverage your resources. Don't be a schlep rock. I don't know what a schlep rock is. Make sure you're bringing people along and using your resources and really leveraging the entirety of this framework so that you can map your career. And I want you to enjoy getting the practice and experience you need, and I want you to enjoy your life in general. So let me know if you have something to add to this, if there's something that I missed, or if you just have thoughts or comments on the whole framework. If you like the guide, please share it with a friend and leave me some comments below to let me know what was helpful, if there's anything else I can expound on. But I am so glad that you joined me here today. If you're not already subscribed, go ahead and do so down below, and I will see you in the next one. Take care. How am I gonna network? Now that I know who I am, who knows? Who cares?